Thank you so much for watching these videos. My name is Kanya Simon, and let's proceed. Alright, so I'm going to go to app.view and delete everything inside that folder, inside app.view, inside that view file. I'm also going to delete the components folder because we can create it later. I'll leave the assets folder because by the time we get to it, you would have understood what we need. But in most cases, you're not going to find yourself using the assets folder, especially if you're tapping from an API, unless you have a website that pictures do not change dynamically, such as the logo or fav icon. All right, so let me go ahead and come back to our project. Okay. So I'll come to again. Let me refresh. I do think I'm okay. All right, so let me first explain the basics of Vue Native. What you really need. The first thing you need is a template. Okay. So this template holds your basic HTML and other Vue.js render elements. So if I type here my name, and I save, okay, it will render that instantly. All right, so I just want to push this here so that whatever changes we make are updated the other side, so you can see them since it does that dynamically. All right, so let me put these. Great. So the next thing you need to have is script, and this script, okay, script, and the script is where we do our computations, calculations, and we need to export whatever comes from this view component. Now this is our entry point, and we shall see. I won't change it from app.view, but it can have any name, okay, but we shall see why we won't have it change. But it's rather good to have common practice by default, where any other programmer, when they come to your application, they don't need to look for the entry point. So here we need one. We can import other components. For example, I'm going to import, okay, I want to import this other component. What is it called? Okay, I deleted the other components. No worries. So let me not import the component. Let me first do the render dynamically. So the first thing we're going to do is export, okay? And what we need to export? We need to export whatever items we need to render. We need to export so that they can be seen in main.js, because main.js is importing app.view, okay? And inside the script, we export whatever needs to be rendered from whatever property is here, and then the other calculations that are going to be running in the script, and then we export them. By default, we need to export that, and then we export them so that main.js can get them and then render them to app.view, okay? So main.js is already importing this from the template, and then it's rendering it on the screen. So we're going to export. So export default, and default is going to carry something. For example, the first thing we're going to have, we're going to return data. So we're going to have a data function, and the data function, okay, will return something. Just like we did in our previous, you can see we return greetings through a data function, okay? So now I didn't need to write YouTube, okay, as a constant to be returned. No, I didn't need to write that, because now everything is handled for us by Vue CLI, okay? So I'm going again to create name here, okay? The name element, and then the name, instead of exporting Kamya Simon here, so I'm going to call Kamya Simon here, and then what I'll do here, I'll call name. And then when I save, Camia Simon doesn't change. So let me remove something here, Camia S, and I save. Okay, it updates automatically up there. Again, we have some other thing which is called styling. Okay, so styling, I'll remove scoped for the moment. I'll tell you what scoped does. But what we're going to do, we're going, for example, to style, and we say maybe P. Okay, no, not P. Let's say, let me call it C. Okay, so C is the class, so it will be .c, and then whatever is going to go through C. So .c is going to take color. Okay, so we want to change the color to maybe violet. Okay, so if I save, nothing changes here until I come here and I call a class, and which class will be C. So if I save, you can see up here it has changed. All right, so let me change this to H2, H1, so that we can see the changes instantly. Okay, so you can see it has changed up there. So I can even choose one other thing for that. Let me see. Let me choose a font family. A font family, which is going to be Courier. Then I save. Has it updated? Maybe Courier is okay. There you see it has changed. So these are the three things you need for Vue.js. You need a template. The template holds our basic CSS. It renders our CSS elements. Then you need, okay, a script where we're going to do our dynamic changes. And then lastly, you need a style, okay? So now this style, we shall have some little styling, but we're going for us to be using Bootstrap CSS. So Bootstrap Vue is what we're going to be using. All right, so let's meet in the next video where we're going to install Bootstrap Vue, and then I will be talking about elements. Now, I'll explain almost all elements in one video, but since we're going to be using Bootstrap Vue, I'll have another video now. It will help us understand what we have in the other videos. Great, let's meet in the next video.